Today, in this episode, we are going to be talking a little bit about the Sullivans post-career. The ship was in service from September 30th, 1943 until January 7th, 1965, when she went cold for the rest of her existence. She did have a dry dock period in March of 1965 where they just sealed up the sea chests, some blanks, and then she went to the inactive Navy shipyard in Philadelphia. And so after that maintenance dry dock, she went into the inactive Navy shipyard for the rest of her career. That's where they would have cut systems, removed some of the gun platforms, and made her not readily able to be put into service, but ultimately, if she needed to come back into service, they would have been able to do so. Now, of course, the Navy inactive shipyard has a lot of ships, and the USS Little Rock was actually in the Philadelphia inactive Navy shipyard as well. So in 1975-76, the Buffalo Urban Renewal Agency and the City of Buffalo established the Buffalo Naval Park Committee Incorporated, which was the nonprofit designed to manage the vessels for the city. They put in their application and they went down in June of 1977 to secure the Sullivans and, oh, by the way, also the USS Little Rock. So the ship arrived, we contracted with some towing companies, and it took that 11-day, 12-day trip from Philadelphia through the St. Lawrence Seaway into Lake Ontario, into the Welland Canal, which connects Lake Ontario and Lake Erie, and then into the Buffalo River. For the Sullivans' arrival in Buffalo, it was July 4th, 1977. And from 1977 until about 2002, we were located south of us, or upriver, just beyond where we are now. So after we moved in our current nesting position, we were stable visitors until 2022 with the partial sinking of the Sullivans. In total, about 53 holes were patched, along with 2 cement large patches with hydraulic cement for a total of about 15 feet, 5 along the seams and the strakes on starboard, and about 10 feet of a hydraulic cement patch on port along the seams and strakes. In early 2024, we've decided to interpret the ship in her 1962 form, her Cold War form, and now we have a blank slate, so to speak, with the Sullivans, and when we go to dry dock ship's maintenance period, we can begin adjusting the Sullivans in her 1962 configuration. And as we slowly open the ship back up to visitors, we'll be talking about some of those stories, those Cold War stories, while still discussing and mentioning her World War II history as well. Hope you've enjoyed the short history of the Sullivans. You may already know the history, but if you're new, checking out Destination Drydock, thanks so much for your support. And we're going to close out this video by showing bookending a christening and a rechristening. We have Alita Sullivan, the mother of the 5 boys, April 4th, 1943, and we have Kelsey, her great-great-granddaughter, rechristening the vessel on April 4th, 2023, 80 years later. And as we always say, may the luck of the Irish be with this ship and DDG 68 as it goes in harm's way, currently in service. Thanks so much, everyone.
In honor of my great-grandfather and his brothers, I christen thee the Sullivans, and may the luck of the Irish always be with you and your crew.
That is the great story of the Sullivans.